Well, hello grade 6. Here I am again with my next lesson in transformations, and it's rotations. And we're actually just going to focus on rotating around a point. So the first thing that I want you to think about is, what is a rotation? So if I'm kind of static here, if I were to turn my pen this way, I am moving 90 degrees, right? We all know what a 90-degree angle looks like. So I've moved 90 degrees clockwise when I get to here. If I'm starting here and this is my point, 90 degrees clockwise, what would that be? If you've thought in your head 180 degrees, you are correct. So I moved 180 degrees clockwise, right? If I kept going all the way here, we would have a 270 degree turn clockwise, or we would call that a 3/4 turn, right? So if I start here and I go here, I've moved 1/4, right, or 90 degrees. If I continue, that's 1/2 turn, or 180. If I continue this way, 270, or 3/4 turn, and of course this would take me to 360 degrees, which there'd be no point in doing a rotation of a shape. We can do it the same way. If I start here and go this way, 90 degree counterclockwise, or 1/4 turn counterclockwise, 1/2 turn counterclockwise, or 180 degree, 3/4 turn counterclockwise, or 270 degree, and again 360. So as long as we understand our directions, left and right, clockwise, counterclockwise, and a 1/4, 1/2, 3/4 turn, we'll have this cased, okay? So I'm going to start with my figure right here, and I'm starting with my shape on here because this is the easiest way that I've found to do it. And if I want to move this shape, if I want to rotate it around point B, so listen to the language very carefully. I'm going to rotate rectangle or quadrilateral ABCD 90 degrees around point B. What happens, and I'm going to go clockwise. What happens then is point B, I put my finger on it, keep it stationary, and it ends up there. If I were to redraw that rectangle, you can see it's going off the grid, so maybe that wasn't a great turn to do. We can go back. So this time I'm going to rotate this rectangle around point C. We're going to go counterclockwise 90 degrees. So I'm going to go counterclockwise, which is backwards, around point C. And when I do that, I end up with a new spot for my rectangle. So I'm going to put my points in. And so what happens is this was rotated around point C counterclockwise 90 degrees. So what are my new points? Well, B comes here, A and D. And again, I put in my hash marks to show that that was rotated, and this was the first image, image number 1. Well, I want to show you another rotation. I'm going to rotated image A, B, C, D around point D 180 degrees clockwise. So I'm going to take my shape, and so when and I'm going to show you, I'm going to hold my point on D, and I'm going to turn it there. So I went that way. That's 90 degrees. So now I need to go another 90, and I end up with, right here, 180 degrees. So put my points in. This is the image of rectangle ABCD after having been rotated 180 degrees around point D. So again, I'll hold on to point D. There's 90, all the way around 180. Okay, I'm going to show you a 270 degree turn just so that you can see that. We'll go counterclockwise. So this time we will rotate around point C here counterclockwise. 3/4 turn, or 270 degrees. So there's 90, 180, and 270. So when I do that again, you see I get image number 3. And so what are my points? Well, C is there, B is here, A and D. And so that's the third one. So I'm going to put 3 hash marks there. So if I go back and I show you again from where it is, 270 degree counterclockwise, or 3/4 turn around point C, right? So I go quarter, half, 3/4, because 360 would take me back to there, or a full turn. Okay, so that's image number 3. Now, when I do rotations, I find it easiest to cut out a piece of paper that's exact same as my shape, and to do the work that way. Okay, so on your Google Slides, you have been given pages in there that you can print out, or you can simply get your own grid paper, take the picture that I have on your Google Slide, and put it onto your graph paper at home, and then that way you can cut out another shape the same, and you can, rotate it that way so that you have some hands-on way to do it. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for listening.